Hey everyone, Josh here with a look at another Star Wars toy. And today we're looking at the TIE Fighter and TIE Fighter Pilot. Both of these guys are from the Power of the Force collection with the red cards. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up the figure and bring him closer to the camera so we can get a look at him. I know he's kind of hard to see dressed in all black like that. But as you can see, he comes with two accessories. He has a larger blaster rifle and he has your traditional Imperial blaster pistol, and trying to get the camera to focus on the figure here, so I keep putting my hands up. And here you can see him. And I know it's a little awkward, he's all black and shadowy, it's kind of hard to see everything. But I assure you, he's the TIE Fighter pilot, and I'm going to go ahead and pop him off the stand here and show you guys the weapons do come out of his hand. You just kind of twist and pull, and there's his weapons. And if we look at the figure, you'll see his head does move. It's actually got pretty good range on it, considering the big mechanism hanging off his head, and that's got a little bit of flexibility to it, but it is permanently attached. He moves at the shoulders on his arms, and that's all for his arm movement. He does move at his waist, and his hips do bend so you can get him in the TIE Fighter. Now for some of these characters, they don't always go into this seated position like this, and so if you want a character that's going to actually fit in the vehicle, you got to be conscious of buying the guys that aren't in the action poses. They have to be kind of standing straight up like this, or they're not really going to fit into a vehicle like you'd like. And let's go ahead and put him in the TIE Fighter. I'll show you how that works. And what you do, if you look at the top of the TIE Fighter here, you'll see there's cockpit doors. And all you got to do to open them is you just pull on them. And they're double doors. They open like that. And you can see there's a little seat in there with some controls. And it's just a sticker. That's all it is. And so what you want to do is you just take your pilot and you insert him in here. And sometimes you got to squeeze their legs a little bit, but they will go in. Okay, so he's seated in there. And then you go ahead and close the doors on him. And you can't see him because he's in all black and it's dark in there, but he is in there through the cockpit. And if you get a real close look, you can see there's more control panel stickers, and that's just the seat he was sitting in. And let's go ahead and I'll show you guys what this thing looks like from all sides. Here's what the side wings look like. There's not a whole lot to a TIE Fighter. There's what the back looks like. And this is actually, I don't think these, if you look, there's almost like a big section sticking out here, and I believe this is so you can hold it when you're playing with it. I don't think these were actually on the TIE Fighters in the movie. Could be wrong about that. And both wings are the same. And there you can see what it looks like from all around. And believe it or not, this guy actually does do a little trick. And you have to look really closely because they blended the trigger mechanism in really well. But right here, where my finger is touching, right here and right here, these are actually trigger mechanisms. And what happens when you push these buttons, here, I'll flip it up and you can see this is actually a button right here and right here. And what happens when you hit those buttons is the wing is actually going to fly off as if the ship was exploded in a space battle. So I'll show you what that looks like. And so what you're going to do is push this button. And boom, the wing's going to actually shoot off. And both of them do it. So if you want to have this thing totally explode, what you have to do is actually, it's not as much as a button as you pull it. You pull it straight back, and there you go. The cockpit has been released from the wings. And you can actually see the big spring in there that shoots the wings out. And here's what the wings look like removed. You can see there's a big notch and peg and everything, so you can slide it back in there. And they both look the same. So, and you can't put them in upside down or anything, because if you can see there's a big notch in the hole and there's a big notch on the wing. So you just line that up and you push and you'll hear click. And there you go. The wing has been reattached, no problem. There you go. And that's how you put them back together. And real quick, just to show you guys, I'll do that again. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull back on the trigger and the wing will shoot off. And we'll do both sides. You have to do them one at a time. I guess if you have good finger movement, you can shoot them both off at once, but just for today's purposes, I was going to do them one at a time. And it's easy to get them back in there. You just line it up and push. And there you go, everyone. There is your TIE Fighter and TIE Fighter Pilot from the original Star Wars trilogy. And I believe these guys appeared in all three movies: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.